Yo, what is up, everybody? Episode 89. Let's drop that beat. Yo. Back
Episode
to school, baby.
89
Back to
of
school.
what, Ken?
Seller Club Podcast, baby. All the kids are going back to school, and everybody's shopping on eBay.
Heck yeah.
Get back to work. Get back to school.
Get back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more like, oh, I have my kids all day, you know?
Go on Whatnot and eBay when you're at work all day.
Oh, that's what Glenn wants. Like,
That's what I want you to do.
Mm.
Find some products on there that you want to purchase. Start Christmas shopping a little early.
So no more excuse saying like, oh, my kid accidentally swiped that. And
No. The kids
you
are
don't
at
have
school.
kids now at home. They're in school.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. That's
So
interesting.
this is the best time of the year
For
everything, because now the fall's gonna come around.
It's gonna
the
go
little
up
pumpkin
from here.
spice.
That's what Glenn's saying.
This is what we're
Listen,
talking about.
We've hit rock bottom.
Yeah, we've seen rock bottom. We can't go.
Can't
It
go
can't get any
lower.
worse than this.
listen, I just had the best July of my entire online selling career, so I really can't agree with you there. I mean, I would love it if that was rock bottom.
That's we're telling you that
Still the bottom.
10K in 1 month is the rock bottom.
I'll take it.
I'll
You know, it's
take
gonna
it.
go up from here. So you
Yes.
can't. 10K is the stepping stone going up now.
I know. I mean, I've had a 10K month before, but not in
In
July.
Exactly.
Never in
exactly.
July.
Not in July.
Yeah.
So,
It was great though.
it's gonna be up from now. So if July's like this, we're holding you to this standard to never settle. Anything after July has got to be more than this.
Right. That would
No
be
pressure.
incredible. No pressure. No summer slowdown.
So let me ask you guys this: did your city or state do a tax-free weekend, something like that?
I don't think so.
Not yet. They usually do, but
Mine's gonna be this weekend.
maybe ours is this
Um,
weekend too. But tax-free weekend is kind of funny to me because you're not saving a whole lot, but
Well,
people just want to pack everything.
put it
and-
this way: you spend $100 and you save $8 in tax.
Because people do that for back to school, right? Isn't it usually
Yeah.
like in the fall? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well-
this is back to school now.
According to NBC Chicago, Illinois has not had a sales tax holiday for back to school since the 2022 school year and will not be having one this
Oh,
year.
that's true because you guys' sales tax is 10% anyways, so that's too big of a money
Illinois-
to lose.
I'm sorry, but you are a mess. And I feel confident saying that as someone who lives in the corn and gets the wonderful trickle down effects of all the decisions in Chicago all the time. It
I think I gotta
sucks.
go to Oregon. No sales tax.
Right?
Oh, Washington State, right?
No
you
sales
go.
tax. And then does anybody else not have sales tax?
Yeah, Delaware.
Delaware, that's right.
Philly.
Shout out to our friend Joy. in
I wonder if it's
Delaware.
Philly or Pennsylvania. They don't have sales tax on clothing, on apparel.
Hmm. Got it.
Interesting.
Hence the retail arbitrage people there
Oh.
have a 10% profit margin. Just joking.
I mean, kind of, but like you can
Just
also
joking.
be exempt anywhere,
Yeah,
right? If you apply
that
for it. I
is-
mean,
that is true. That's true. You can
Yeah,
always use
get a
tax exempt,
reseller.
but certain states are harder to get tax exempt. Know that.
Yeah.
Not everybody's.
that
spoiled
wasn't too
as
hard in Illinois, fortunately.
Ohio to just print something out. put
Yeah,
something in.
jump through a couple hoops, but it's just like paperwork hoops.
Yeah, tax-free weekend is coming up next week for the great state of Texas.
So when you buy that truckload of iPads, you
Oh,
should buy
yeah,
that
yeah.
on tax-free weekend.
That's a lot of tax. But I don't think electronics is included.
Is it not?
No,
That stinks.
I don't know. I think because mostly I've seen it in like, like Foot Locker, Finish Lines.
Oh, yeah.
More like clothing wear.
That is interesting though, from a back to school standpoint, because like increasingly we're using technology like that.
That
at
is
school.
true. They do. But also too, I know Apple has like a student discount. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, it's kind of like it kind of just offsets the tax. Your discount is just offsetting the tax. It's like, do you want to use tax exempt or do you want to use?
Right.
I wonder if you
Your
could stack it.
discount. Yeah, it's
I'm
probably
a
similar.
reseller and I'm a student.
Yeah,
How does that
exactly.
work?
You
And
know what? That's like how I got started reselling, really. Reselling my textbooks in college.
now you can't because it's all ebooks. It's all like, like you get permission to use it, right? Like
A little
for
code.
I
yeah.
hate that. Also, like nobody when I mean I'm
You're
I'm the second youngest person hosting this podcast, so
you're just
I can
revealing your
say
age.
when I was by like a couple months. But when I was, in high school even, like nobody had a laptop. That was like for college only,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
now it's like
you're
people
not
have
even allowed,
laptops and
right?
tablets and netbooks and like
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff for like elementary school. It's just crazy.
Man, I
I can't
remember
believe
I
that.
had some like classes in the university and we weren't allowed to have electronics. Well, it wasn't like they didn't make a rule yet. And
Mm,
it was like teacher, like certain, professor would allow it, certain professor would not.
yeah.
And then I guess he was a little old school and really didn't catch up with technology. And probably he probably had a flip phone or like a like a black and white cell phone.
Yeah.
And this was the first time that iPad had, well, not 5G, I guess it was 3G, that you have,
Yeah.
internet, right? It's like no cell phones. And I said, "Is my iPad allowed?" And he's like, "Yeah."
And you're
And
like,
oh my god, Lee, it
so
was
much
just
trouble.
Google that thing. Yeah, I Google it. Like I aced it. It
That's called
wasn't.
cheating.
No,
No,
no. See,
never.
Glenn even says it.
Never.
How is that not cheating? Are you talking about a test?
Yeah, like with iPads, people
Right.
had notepads. People had notepads because they said you can bring up your notes, you can refer to your
Right.
notes,
It's
and I
your
was like,
own
"Oh,
notes, not
my
Google it.
notes, they're
I'm just saying,
online."
I was a college professor for many years, and I would have counted that as cheating. I also would have been like paying attention to what you're doing on your iPad in class.
I'm
But
referring to my
during the
notes.
test,
I'm looking at
I'm
reference
just
from
Google is
other,
the name of my note application.
yeah, from other scholars that have previously lived upon me.
Right.
I am great because I stand on the shoulder of the giants of the people that wrote stuff on Google.
Right.
So that was fun.
I do
Now
have some.
now with Chat GPT though,
Oh,
imagine just putting the problem there, it'll just answer for itself. What do you think, Glenn?
it's so next level, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's gonna be a totally different ball game in 5, 10 years. We'll see what that
Okay,
even looks like.
I
School is
know.
just gonna be totally different.
let me ask you this: Are you gonna having a kid? Are you gonna
Homeschool
encourage / teach your kid on how to
yourself?
use the internet to her advantage?
Not 100%.
That's what Uncle Ken is for.
Yeah, if you don't, that's why.
He's like, here's this iPad.
Here's this
If you just
iPad.
go to
It's
this
got
app with the big
5G.
colorful G on it.
It's got 5G now. Imagine she's probably gonna have 6G. It's gonna be super fast.
Yeah, whatever that looks like.
Yeah,
We shall
like I don't
see.
like. That is one thing that constantly I ask every day. How can I use the technology that we have that could streamline things that we have moving forward?
I don't ask myself that every day, but periodically, sure.
No, I'm at the point where it's multiple times a day. I literally just look at JC and said, "Babe,
Like,
babe."
what? How can technology do this for
I
me?
said, "Babe, we have to be really good at this. We have to start." And then now, like, instead of Googling it, yeah, I mean, Glenn can probably tell this, that it's like Google it. I'm like, I'm that. Now it's just like Chat GPT,
Right.
ask chat.
Ask chat. It's that's called Gaetanoing it.
Oh, yeah, winging it, yeah, right? No, it's not winging it now. It's referencing it with multiple sources.
It may or may not be credible.
Well, AI is trying to build
Oh.
up our listings, so it'll get there very, very soon. But it's still making quite a bit of errors. But
Yeah.
some other random, for speaking of eBay stuff, what's been going on in now that July is coming to an end, there's some random stuff that happened in my store. Number
Oh.
one, I did go below standard at one point. And then
Hold on.
no.
I
Why
gotta
are you a
recover
Seller
from
Club
that.
podcast host?
I know. If I got evaluated today, it would have been, or yesterday, it would have been.
We
What
don't
happened?
discriminate against those who are
Please
below
don't.
standard.
Yeah, we don't.
Please don't.
We just ask
But
why.
what happened?
Okay, there's a couple of things
Okay.
that happened in this month. Number one, I did get another negative feedback, which that also happens.
Oh.
Garbage.
I know.
Which doesn't count though, right?
No, but I just
Yeah.
hate seeing it. I mean,
Yeah.
well, the guy put there was a huge crease on the jersey. So yeah, that got a negative feedback. I haven't countered yet. The other thing happened was I got a return request for this pre-owned jersey, and the guy opened it and he said that there was a tiny pinhole that should have been described.
Were you like, it's a mesh jersey?
There's holes.
There's tiny holes all over it.
And it was pre-owned, so I'm gonna see. I hadn't looked
gosh.
through the photos to see if it was actually on the photos or not. I mean, I
Yeah.
did put everything about it, but I don't even know if they put it. It was so tiny that like you could barely even see it on the photo that they put to open a return. And so, I think what happened was, since I have auto returns on,
I just accepted
this
it.
one, well, this one ended up being like not described.
Item not as described.
Return
Yeah.
instead of the other kind of return. So
Yeah.
in my
It's
own
a
head, I
ding.
thought, well, they're already automatically accepted, so this one should get sent back very soon.
Yeah.
And instead, I got an email. You didn't respond to this return, so now that would put me below.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that you didn't respond to a customer's request, something like that, right?
Mhm.
But see, that's the thing. That's when that system is kind of like flawed, if that would be a term, because that is the reason why we don't have automatic accept. Because you know how they send a proof, right? Like, hey, here's the fault, and then you can respond. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and if you have experience with this, if you don't respond to that, even if the request is already processed, the buyer could say like, you didn't respond to my request, even though they have access to printing the return label.
Right.
So that is kind of like, you might have to turn that off, bro. You don't get a lot of return, so you might as well deal with it.
I have the
individually.
I have the highest percentage out of all three of us. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Oh,
I had a return thing, a request that was opened, and the person wrote in, like, you know how they write a message and they think,
yeah.
oh, this is going to someone other than the seller. They were totally throwing me under the bus. Like, this seller will not respond to any of my messages, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote them back immediately, like within the return case. And I said, this is the first communication I've gotten from you. So sorry that I didn't read your non-existent messages, but like, also look at the tracking number. Like, it's also in this return case. Like,
that
are you
is
kidding
mine.
me?
The buyer still wants the item, right? It says
Yeah.
they open, like, not received. The buyer still wants the item, and then
Yeah.
this item literally went, tour across the U.S. Like here to Kansas to Nebraska to, like, it was Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was just like bounce around. I'm like, how? Like, what kind of label does this guy have? Let me
Seriously.
use this label to get shipped across the country.
They might have put it on a box that had other labels on it.
No,
and then they scanned the
sent
wrong.
it.
Oh, it was
No,
yours.
I sent it. Yeah, they
I
didn't.
see. Because I've had that happen
yet.
before.
They didn't get there yet, right?
Yeah.
And then I got like a negative feedback because I didn't respond to their request. I'm like, you still want it. I don't have time to check it every day to tell you it's in Kansas now. Oh, it's in Denver. Like, it doesn't even, I don't control that. But I believe it got delivered eventually, so I got the negative feedback removed. So that was
So, Glenn, were those all of the things that put you below standard, or was there more?
So that was the main one, but then another experience was I sold 3 jerseys to one guy, and he had like just all buy it now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, okay,
Sus.
got the price.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Too
Exactly.
good to be true.
Too good to be
Yeah,
true.
this
And
guy
like,
asked for a discount.
yeah, nothing. Just bought all 3. Paid the
Hmm.
full amount. It was almost like it was like $350 or
Wow.
something. All right, cool. Take them all. And then
Great.
of course, I get return requests for 2 of them,
Oh.
and the third one I guess is being kept,
Oh,
right?
this was a try-on service.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I see.
And
Oh.
so I'm like,
Love
okay,
when
let's
that
see what I
happens.
receive back. So I go and click on the profile, and the guy is also an eBay seller,
Hmm.
selling jerseys. Some are autographed, things like that,
Oh.
but
Interesting.
has very bad feedback.
Oh. Crap.
I never received these. Never
Oh my
received these on
gosh.
another one. Sent damaged, and I'm like, oh man, something's gonna happen here. So I get the 2 jerseys back, and
There's a tiny pinhole.
I
One of
wish, I wish one of them was a huge, like Sharpie mark on the back.
No.
Just like a big
Switcheroo.
line, just
What?
like right in the back.
Switcheroo.
Yeah, and then the other
Or he
one,
just hated you as his competition.
maybe. Well, I don't even. He's not even really selling this type of stuff. And then
Jealous.
the
He's trying
first
to.
one was just all dirty on the numbers. Like,
Ew.
just I don't know what he
Bro.
Like
had.
it. Like, can you tell it was yours or not?
That's the. I think they're. Yeah, both of them were definitely mine. I think they both look good, but they were
Used.
obviously used or marked up or something
Oh my gosh.
in
That is
some sort of
wild.
way.
I wonder that was the reason why. Like, okay, let me mark this up and say like, hey, this is item not as described. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if that's their way of trying to pass an item that not as described.
Shady Jersey seller, if you're listening, let us
If you're
know why you
listening,
did this.
why did
We
you
would
do
love to
this?
know.
So I did the 50%, taking that money on the return, but it hasn't gone through yet, and it's already been
Ugh.
like almost a week. So I don't know what's
Barf.
taking.
See, this is where AI would come in clutch, because one is they would take into an account of, okay, Glenn's been a good seller, and then this buyer is also a seller but has a shady review.
Yeah.
Right? Like that should hold weight. If we're gonna have ratings anyway, why would it only affect one, or a seller, not a buyer? Especially a buyer that's also a seller. Like,
Yeah,
well, are we calling an enthusiast, right? An enthusiast that's a buyer and a seller gotta have some street credit or some bay credit or something like that.
yeah.
So and then if we start a return, just take a photo, and then now, Glenn, I think should we put blacklight marking or stamps on our stuff just in case if it's a switcheroo, because you never know. I
I
I, I
don't
know
know.
But
I
how
know a
often do you have a switcheroo?
Yeah, you never do. But
Yeah,
not a lot of times, but when it does, it stinks.
So,
stings like a bee.
ouchie.
It's like
Ouchie.
all honey, and then you get stung once. You just smack that thing out and you kill it.
The stinger.
You're like, that's the end of you.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of a
had a.
bee, well,
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick, the bee jumped into my Whatnot live shows, and these guys are defensive now. Like they're like, "What? Who is this?"
What?
Because they haven't seen Ken in a
Oh
long
my
time.
I have a
gosh.
mod. I have a mod account. I have a mod button, and then I think one of your mod is like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Or somebody said, "Who does he think he is?"
So you've been jumping in?
It was so funny.
yeah.
is
Kenny's been jumping in, and
I'm just gonna start being rude.
start being rude.
They're probably they can't ban me because I'm a mod.
Drive
Yeah,
up the
Ken's
drama, I guess.
Yeah, Kenny's a mod, so nothing they can do about it. But
That's hilarious.
it's kind of weird on how like this hat community has kind of transformed. Like it wasn't even really like this, and then
Yeah.
now they're very like
Territorial.
defensive on certain things, and like I don't know what is going on there. Especially if you have a missed payment now on my show,
Oh, they
these
just
guys are just like tearing you
grilling you.
up. They're like, we don't accept EBT here, and like
Peasants, get out!
yeah, uh, some
We don't
other
have
guy was just like,
afterpay.
yeah, some other guy was like, food stamps don't work here, and like they were just
Wow.
going, I know these
Wow.
guys are just going off,
Man,
and I'm
Glenn,
like,
what are
what did
you
this
feeding
turn
your
into?
crowd?
I know, what did this turn into? It
Glenn,
wasn't
have you
like this
taught these people
before.
nothing about
Yeah,
Just
I
being
being
nice.
a
yeah,
good
I think
person?
I think one night I walked, I got in there and I said, "Wear them A-frame hats," and then Glenn was running fitted. He said, "Read title, bro."
Read the title.
I'm
Ken was like, what is happening here?
No
It's funny.
respect.
no
No
Yeah.
respect.
respect.
Okay.
Because they don't know who you are.
No, not
I-
anymore.
Oh
Certain
my
people was
gosh.
like, "Be like, when are you
Yeah.
coming back?" And it's polarizing. It's people that know me and the people that
That's
just
so
hate
funny.
me off the.
I know.
They probably
we-
think. Go
Are we
ahead.
gonna meet anybody who has been frequenting Glenn's live shows when we're at eBay Open? Is anyone gonna come up in person to us and
I
be
think
like,
maybe some some older ones that we had met on our like conferences or
That'd be so
out hustled stuff. I think
Yinka's gonna be there.
Yinka for
well,
sure.
Yinka's my
so-
friend too, so
Yeah.
They'll
I
definitely
love
be there.
Yinka.
So
we love you, Yinka. We can't wait to see you.
100%.
I think.
gosh.
Yeah, and
We
then,
should
like,
rename this to like the Yinka fan club instead of Seller Club.
and we have to. Also, we're gonna now Glenn's the whatnot seller. You know, You'll be, hey,
Yeah.
this guy's a whatnot seller. You know,
Except
remember
you're gonna
that?
have to say it like out of the corner of your mouth. That's a whatnot seller.
Yeah, I'm a whatnot seller. Let me
Where
tell
are we
you.
right now?
No, I think that would be cool. Hopefully they'll have a booth or a place where we can send Glenn to.
Like eBay Live,
Yeah, send me to eBay Live. I can
Yeah.
show how much feedback I have.
Yeah.
right?
How well I've been doing on whatnot. Let me
They'll
just
be
get
like,
a crack
I
at
see
this
you were
eBay
below
Live.
standard.
Oh yeah,
a few
you were
weeks
below
ago.
stand. Can we trust you on this live
Can we,
platform?
Oh no! It's like
So
No.
so yeah, going back to that though, I am above. Where am I right now?
Are you back?
Yeah, I am on top rated.
okay,
Great.
Yeah,
you got it
Just
back.
make sure you're top rated in a couple weeks.
yeah, I'm top rated, and my pinhole jersey is the only one that held me back. So
So
that is
lame.
it. I am back at it.
I'm so glad to hear that. Full recovery.
Thank you. Yes.
In record time. I had a weird return situation I can share really quick, but basically there was some return that didn't arrive back to me like within the time frame that I was supposed to respond to the
You
case.
got close.
Well, I contacted eBay about it and I was like, "Hey, what do I do about this because I don't want to refund them without seeing the item first, but it's like the tracking is showing that it's like
Mhm.
delayed." And they were like, "Oh, no problem. Like we'll just put a hold on the case and then that'll pause it basically and give it more time to get back to you and then you can proceed as usual." Well, all of a sudden the case was closed. It did get back to me, but the case was like gone. Like I couldn't do anything because there was a hold on it. So I get an email from eBay that says, we understand that your shipment was returned, it arrived, and you no longer had the option to issue a refund because of the hold. So we've issued a refund on your behalf, and rest assured, we've removed the defect on your account. So, and like basically saying, don't freak out if you see a defect on your seller dashboard for a minute. We've already removed it. But I was like, that's interesting. Was it a defect because I quote unquote didn't respond to the return case or didn't issue the refund? They did it on my behalf. But I thought that was interesting. Like a person at eBay had to manually get involved in that process and issue the refund because of the hold on the case. But I mean,
put
it
in the
did
work.
save me from having to like not get the item back in time. Like it was a weird workaround. But I just like
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, whatever happened to that? And then all of a sudden I got an email about it that said everything had been done on my behalf. So that was kind of interesting.
You're like, I didn't do anything, but
Yeah.
sure, go ahead.
I was like, well, all right, fine.
But they're refunded from eBay's money, not your money. Or we don't know that.
Should be.
No, I think it refunded from my money.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it was like as though they wanted to make it as though I had gone in on time and sent the refund I was supposed to send. But
Let me call
like,
eBay.
I'm also not sure about this because like I didn't really have a chance to say like what if the item was fine, but what if it wasn't?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I guess I would have had to recontact them and say, "Hey, actually, this was not in the original condition or whatever." But I
Yeah.
mean, usually it is, unless you're Glenn.
No. You're like, hey,
Just
this
kidding.
item is not
Unless
fine.
someone's tying your jersey to their like truck hitch and like driving it all over the
And then
country and then
sending it
returning it.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, then returning it
Super
back.
lame.
Yeah.
Super
Oh
lame.
man, very interesting story. So I guess we all had some little stories from July on returns or
Yeah.
random issues.
Getting
Yeah,
harassed on your shows.
it's overall
Yeah.
good. Overall good, I would say.
Yeah.
Overall good. Like we mentioned, um, this July for me, and now that we know Anna's is better than last year's July,
Way better,
and
yeah.
and definitely Glenn's because last year you didn't do much, right, with eBay
No, I did, but I'm down from last.
compared.
Yeah,
Uh it's the returns, man. It's the returns.
it is.
I think it's
Um,
the
The can't stop, won't
the
stop.
influx of hats.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't even get to show you guys, which people that are listening aren't going to be able to see this, but I'm trying to reorganize this whole storage thing. I ended up getting some other shelves from a store that was closing down.
Nice.
So now I got to fill in. Well, actually, this shelving is going to be glass, so that's going to be interesting as well because it was from a store. It was fancy. Now I got to be very careful in what I
mm.
do.
Now,
So you
now
But
don't
they
like
now
bash your head on a glass shelf or
yeah.
what?
Now you can
exactly
see
that
Oh.
too.
the dust. You know, it's
Ugh.
gonna be
Exactly, that's
dust.
true
Now
too.
you
So I got
have
to
so
fill
much
in.
more to dust.
Let's see. Let's see.
So I got to fill in this back
Wow.
part,
Nice.
and then these bottom racks down here,
Uh-huh.
are gonna be like 4 or 5, I guess, like shelves.
Yeah.
So everything's got to get organized for eBay. I just need to do something to where these items sell when I'm not live, and then I need as many. Talking to Sneakers Envy, who we talked a couple of days ago. If people want to look up Sneakers Envy on eBay, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay, well now I'm jealous. Only one not talking to sneakers envy
Oh
over
no,
here.
you'll
Mm-hmm.
talk to
We're gonna be
Sneakers
best
Envy at
friends
eBay
after eBay
Open.
open. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You know,
I'm
he
gonna
was
win
just
him
saying
over.
exactly. He was just saying that I gotta do a lot of, I guess, variation and adding as many products as possible. But I see, I mean, is that really the eBay way? Is that for every store to grow, we just need as many products as possible? I mean,
Well,
there's
does he
got to be
just
another
mean
way.
like diversity of products or like
Yeah. Yeah. Not going
it
too deep
versus
on.
going too deep?
Yeah.
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 So a good
Um.
like 5 quantity, 5 of every hat or something, or
Right. Right.
10,
Right.
or
That
I
way
think
you're
10
giving.
is
It's like
great.
it. I would
Not
say
40.
it's called like the shotgun effect, right? Like just
Yeah.
spraying as many listings as you can, um, and one of them will grow if you know you're looking at planting seeds. But also we're not talking iPads under retail here,
Mhm.
you know. So like we're talking about products that are brand new that might not be available easily available to the customers. They'd have to find it. So are we the question is are we attracting a lower or like a more specific buyer with the products that especially what you're doing, right? Like you have different sizes, and then for example like me, I live in Cincinnati, so am I a fan of that team or their big market and small market team? I wonder if the question is maybe because there's so much variation under the product that you're trying to list, then it just becomes way more option. Instead of
Mm.
like a red hat, I'm selling to 100 people that likes red hat. Now you're doing red and blue and black at a certain size, seven and a half. So it breaks it down lower. So maybe in your perspective, seems like you need way more. But to that buyer, I'm only interested. Let's say you have 1,000 listings to work. and I'm a Cincinnati guy, and I don't like other colors besides red and black and white. So maybe I'm only looking at your store. It's like, oh, I like this store. He has 5 listings of what I like,
Hmm.
and that's all I appreciate in your store. So now you'd have to have 5 other listings that you can bring Anna to your store.
Good
Hmm.
luck.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Because it has to do with sports.
And
Yeah,
it
the
has to
Go
have
Sports.
a tiny pinhole in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
I'll
Sneakers
return
Envy
it if
told
it
me.
doesn't have a tiny pinhole
Oh
in it.
no.
I was promised a
With a
tiny
huge
pinhole.
Sharpie mark in the back.
Right. I
Sneakers
love
Envy
that. I
said,
love that pre-love stuff, you know?
yeah, exactly. That's what I gotta ask for eBay Open. Is what about the algorithm? Does it like, multi-quantity, you pick your size, one listing, and we also get to show, hey, 3 have sold, and it's huge right there on the listing. Bring some credibility. Or do we like, let's say you're a clothing seller, you have the same shirt, small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, all have each their own listing, and you have a best offer option for each. Is that a better way to do it?
Right.
Because if I have a single listing, you can pick your size. I cannot have a best offer
Right.
unless they change that sometime
Ken, haven't
soon.
you like A/B tested that?
Yeah, I've done it. So I've done one that's variation, and then one that's um has single listing only, right? A single color. Um, I I'm running both, but the the single listing doesn't have best offer, right? I mean, the variation doesn't have best offer. It's kind of hard to run to change anything there unless you have to edit each price category, because it allows you to, okay, let's say small is $25, medium is $30, but
Mm,
for me, I'm thinking like, no, they're all the same product. I just want to if I just want to reprice all of them at $20, you can't do that quickly. You got to
mm,
go in and edit everything. So it is still like a single listing on the point of view of when you're listing it or when you're repricing things. But for the buyer, are you just, because like one strategy that I've used is like, okay, all my variation, since I don't have best offer, I can just put, like, let's say a $30 item that I'm selling. Let me just put this at 35, and then put like a 10% what do you call that, promoted listing fee.
mm.
So then I see it on top all the time. But then again, like, am I, I'm gonna attract the buyer that when I see it I buy it, or my other listings can attract the the person that sorts.
Mm.
So I think it's good if you have over 3 of the same quantity. You're not double listing it, right? Like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
putting 3 here and I'm putting 3, so I have 6 total. Because I've
yeah.
never seen somebody buy 6 of the same item at the same time.
Mm,
So that might be what you need to do.
yeah.
This is
Okay.
But like,
a little bit of a sidebar, but I feel like I have in July seen a lot more, and like by a lot more I mean like a handful instead of zero, but a lot more people who are like kind of like bundling stuff in a way
hmm,
where they're making offers on like here's 3 different pairs of shorts and they're all the same size. So like presumably they're like, oh, I want all 3 of these for myself, right? Like it's kind of interesting. Or tank tops. With shorts and tank tops, I've seen it a bunch. And I'm like, this is why we need to be able to bundle things.
oh, you mean on the listing they're selling both?
No, no, like people buying stuff from me. Like I've had more
Oh.
like multiple, not even multiple quantity, but like multiple items that are like almost the same item, but like in different colors or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've had this person buy 3 pairs of shorts, and I was nervous about that because, like, kind of like the Glenn situation. But no, they liked it. They just paid full price.
Yeah, rock and roll.
That's what we want the most. Pay full
Full
price
price.
and just a happy customer and a happy seller. All right, I know you want to talk about some eBay news as well.
Yeah, so we have some cool stuff to talk about with regard to eBay releasing their Q2 earnings report, We are like freshly into Q3. So
Mm-hmm.
this just came out a little while ago. And it's kind of interesting numbers. I don't know about you guys, but this is not like the same type of stuff that you necessarily hear in like seller communications and the stuff that's really like geared towards sellers that eBay gives us a lot of information updates
Mm-hmm.
on a regular basis. But this is more like the, you know, the business at large and kind of like for like shareholders
The
and like
shareholders,
stockholders,
yeah,
right? To like,
to the owners of eBay.
yeah, to evaluate like how is eBay the business doing. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's not something that everybody who I know that sells on eBay pays attention to, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty interesting because even if you don't like own their stock or something, like this is a platform where your business lives. So I love to get these little checkups on how
Mm-hmm.
is eBay the business doing. So there were some pretty striking things in this one. So we thought we'd, talk about some of the highlights.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I think one of the highlights is the quarterly growth. Obviously, it's measured by percentage, and this has been their biggest quarterly growth as far as I did the research since 2023. Oh, 2022 to 2023 growth. This is the biggest. I
Yeah.
didn't go
So
back
that
far.
like got our attention.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So the percentage of change from Q2 is plus 6%. I think that's pretty big compared to what's always been. It's always been around plus 1%. I think that's pretty cool. So revenue rose from 2.57 billion in Q2 24 compared to now it's 2.73 billion.
Yeah. That's like a big chunk.
That's a big chunk. When you're talking small percentage at $1 billion rate, a
Right.
0.6% of billions of dollars is a lot of money.
Yeah. So that's the revenue and the GMV is also up like a
Hmm.
similar percentage.
So, so when I kind of like, when I kind of try to read this, that means they sold way more, basically. So eBay sellers are selling, have sold way more in Q2 this year than last year. So seller slow, a summer slowdown. What?
Not me.
Besides me and Glenn Store.
I just think
Besides
that
me and
is,
Glenn Store, the rest of the eBay sellers have
yeah,
sold way more
some
in
kind of
Q2.
cosmic punishment for acting like the summer slowdown didn't exist.
Yeah. So eBay backed it up and said it doesn't exist, Anna.
Except for you
Except
guys.
for the two posts that said it doesn't.
It's like really hilarious and topsy turvy of them.
Yeah. So basically we're just gonna run through the different stuff that caught our eye that caused the growth
Yeah,
of
because
the
this
listing.
earnings report has all kinds of like great data, but they
Hmm.
also do attempt to kind of like explain or
Hmm.
at least sort of illuminate like what's been going on in the business that would relate to this. Like, I don't know that they can draw like a super straight line to any amount,
Yeah,
like
like
in the
who
report.
cost it, right? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
but it's like it's the totality of circumstances.
it's that hat seller is now selling iPads all of
Right.
a
It
sudden.
was definitely him. He was the whole reason for all that revenue
So
and
s-
GMV.
so first one I want to point out is eBay Live. So if you guys don't know, eBay is also now a live selling platform and have been for a while, but now it's been coming up on my feed. It's becoming a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah, I've been
Um
seeing it more prominently on
yeah,
eBay too.
so it's definitely in front of our face more now, but also one of the things that help cause the growth also because eBay is global, that eBay Live has expanded to UK. So during Comic Con in London, they have officially launched the eBay Live in UK. So that was a big launch for them globally. And also they are doing live on tour. So there is this Airstream that's decked out with eBay Live, kind of like colorway or design that's traveling across the country and doing eBay Lives across the country.
That's so cool.
So
I think with eBay Live though, I checked it out this morning. I was like, I want to see what's kind of going on here,
Mm.
mm,
and then it's kind of funny because like I clicked on the first show I could see, and it says you have logged out. And I'm like, what?
Ouchie. Not a good user experience.
Yeah, there's like top rated seller only.
Oh, that's what it must have been.
I really want to see you on eBay Live though, Glenn. think
I
you'd
do want to
tear
try
up.
it. I'm
Oh, definitely, we're gonna put him there.
yeah.
We
I want
have
to see everything I can do to get on eBay Live.
Maybe we can like bring some hats with you to Vegas, and maybe we can get with the live team while we're there and be like, "Hey,
Mhm.
let's do one from our booth."
Just start raining hats. Like, hey, here we go. This is what I can sell. Come on, just give me in this app. I'm gonna see what's going on here.
Just get me in here. Get me in.
Just give me a shot.
selling you for
Please.
$1.
Just give me a shot.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to come off the bench.
So also too, and anything you want to point out? Next thing that fueled the growth.
Another one that, of course, I always pay attention to because I was a up and running grant recipient years ago. Is that they're still doing a lot of small business initiatives. Obviously, they did the up and running grant program again. Applications for that closed in like June, but we haven't heard who the winners are yet. So I'm excited for that. But I like that they mentioned that in this earnings report because, it's like on the surface that looks like, okay, well, that's a $500,000 expense to award all these grants.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point is that is a direct investment in their sellers, and that is helping sellers, especially the ones who win the grant. But the coaching resources, the grant money that can get put back into the businesses really does help new sellers or like sellers that are already up and running, right? And it helps. I know a lot of winners, it helps them to like really scale up or increase their business faster. So I think, while I don't know how 50 recipients factors into this whole picture of growth in general, like eBay keeps doing this year over year, these different programs, and the up and running grant's just one of them. But these entrepreneurial kind of programs that actually make businesses grow faster. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right.
And then one of the things that I want to touch up as well, I think eBay's on a breaking records kind of mode here, is the authenticity guarantee. They've scaled it up, and for the first time, they have authenticated over 1 million items in one quarter. That
is so many.
Wild.
Now, items, which means not just sneakers.
Right.
For those that are
Yes, it's items that luxury handbags, luxury watches, even now streetwear, sneakers, and jewelry. That's
like
cool.
Watches.
And
right.
like gold jewelry and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
more than just watches?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, Miss Melina has experience with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
With Melina's boutique, and that was interesting, right? Like, I guess that requires an authenticity guarantee. Imagine buying a gold chain that's listed for 18 karat, and then you get 12 karat or a lower karat gold, right? I guess that's important,
right?
So I'm sure that would boost, like, or like some diamonds or something like that. That would be interesting to sell there. And also, speaking of collectibles, Glenn, what do you think about golden collectibles?
Well, especially right now with like collectibles and where they're at, it's just like we have like the national with all the cards or all that's going on like during this week right now too, from Pokemon to autograph with sports stuff and
autograph stuff's going.
Yeah, it's just like, and then also it's kind of unfortunate too is like the celebrity stuff that's been going on. I've been seeing people flip crazy like
oh my gosh,
Ozzy hats and autographed like Hulk Hogan stuff, all of that. But a lot of people just want like a piece of the action of everything now. Wrestling huge too with game worn stuff. When I don't know, it's just crazy with the entertainment side. And people are paying big money, that's for sure.
So on all platforms. This is a really nefarious idea. Hopefully no one's doing it. But I was just thinking, okay, Glenn, how do you recoup your Sharpie / jersey and sell it for more? You could AI generate an image of a celebrity wearing it and then sell it as worn by I'm not saying do it. I'm saying worn by
Shohei Ohtani with a straight Sharpie mark on the back.
You could do it.
be like, Chat GPT, create a story why this Sharpie, because his teammate was gonna sign it and he fell and accidentally scored a home run.
Like, wow, now this is so valuable. You know?
Yeah, I don't think I
Like,
can do anything with Mark like that, but I mean, I can resell it as pre-owned, but that's about
you
it.
got to think creatively, okay?
All right, let
But
me
don't do
do some
anything
homework.
illegal.
Okay, I
Nothing
can't. I
illegal.
won't. Yeah, we got to keep this
I
this
can't
top
and I won't.
rated.
It's got to
Yeah.
be ethical and legal.
So
Exactly,
yeah, I
exactly.
think those are kind of like a few things that fueled the growth. Um, One of the things, to kind of just, I guess, sum it up, like maybe we can give our takes what you guys think about this growth. But for me, I think that just kind of shows that there are products being sold on eBay. The
Yeah.
buyers are there, and if the stars aligned, they get to click buy it now in your listings. So that's my short take.
Yeah. I think also, like, I don't even know if this was mentioned specifically, but I've been really happy with eBay doing more of like a broad marketing for eBay, the things people love campaign
Right.
that's been going on for a while now. But like, honestly, there were so many people over the years that I've been selling on eBay that I've randomly encountered that are like, oh, eBay is still a thing, which is like unfathomable to me
Right.
because I like live in eBay every day. But like, there's people who just thought, and also internet trolls and stuff saying like, oh,
Right.
eBay's dead and whatever. And it's like, it's literally not. It's doing really well and it's
It's
growing. But
it's
even just
doing billions quarterly.
yes,
How
dude,
about
like
that?
billions with a B. But anyway, it's just interesting, that perception is can be so different. Like it can be so all across the board, and I really like to see what's backing up the success too. Like I like to have some clues into that, and also
Mhm.
to see. I mean, now being in an eBay seller for such a long time relatively and paying attention to like things that eBay tells us as sellers, hey, we're working on this, we're aiming to like do X, Y, and Z, and then seeing like some of that stuff actually come to fruition over the years, like having a
Mhm.
little bit of a longer view of things now. Like I think it's really cool. And I guess the older I get, the more I pay attention to these kind of reports because it shows that big picture growth and follow through, and I just think it's interesting.
And then with eBay Open coming up, let's see what kind of announcements or what kind of new stuff they're gonna do
I
to
know,
keep growing the platform. So
right? And like all these announcements were just general business updates, but I'm really excited to hear whatever they're going to
What
have
they're telling
waiting for the
sellers.
sellers
Right,
because
right.
they're
yeah,
going to want to thrill us, right?
yeah,
Like they
Mm.
are. And I am totally willing to be thrilled. So please thrill me.
yeah, exactly.
What about you guys? What's your take on this?
Um, well, that pretty much is my take. That I think that they're gonna even add more on this event, and I think
Mhm.
that eBay's definitely getting there to shake some things up and catching up with some of the things that are popular.
Yeah.
Like we already know what now is doing good, but they don't have the user base that eBay does.
Right, right.
So I think that eBay is trying new things to get to that point. I think that a lot of the smaller platforms have kind of just dwindled down to not gonna say nothing, but
Right.
they're very very low now compared to maybe they thought they were getting momentum to somewhat catch up to eBay, and I don't think that's gonna
Yeah.
happen
Mhm.
anytime soon. So I don't know. I'm ready to see what eBay does, and I'm excited for their future and see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and honestly, this is one of our last chances to encourage everybody to go to eBay Open. So I think that's a perfect segue
Mhm.
because the in-person tickets are sold out. However, we are going to be doing the most fun things in our booth. So if you happen to be one of the lucky ones who got a ticket in time and are going, please come see us. Come talk to us, harass us if you want. We're going to have literally so much fun stuff in our booth. So come see us. But even if you are not there in person, I mean, we're going to have fun for sure, but so
Right.
much of the value is going to be available in person and virtually for free. And it's just like worth the investment in your business, if nothing else, to go and get everything you can out of an event like this. I mean, I really think, especially with the 30-year anniversary, it's going to be top notch. So if you haven't registered yet, you still can for the virtual free version of eBay Open. And I know that they are like working hard to try to make it a very valuable and special experience for virtual attendees. So go check it out. We have obviously a link to that. It's in our bio, it's in our show notes, it's everywhere you can find us. So make sure that you get registered and just take advantage of it. Like, it's a free resource and it is going to have a lot of value.
For sure. So, a huge shout out to our sponsors, eBay. Thank you. Make sure you follow them at eBay for sellers. I know they're going to be showing a lot of highlights there. Make sure you follow them on Instagram, and also Seller Ledger. They're also a sponsor of eBay Open. Make sure you follow them at Seller Ledger on Instagram, and we'll have a special offer from Seller Ledger in Seller Club. If you want to know a little bit more, and if you haven't signed up yet, if you're a new user, hit us in the DMs and say, I want that deal, because we might have a sweet deal for you. And we will see you in the next episode. Peace.
See ya.
Goodbye.